that I happened to see. And this was posted at 11:29 a.m. by one of the private prosecutors, Attorney Amando Virgil Ligutan, posting that a principal or lawyers and law students know by heart misleading questions are not allowed even in cross-examination. Now, this was posted and picked up by Inquirer.net at 11:29 a.m. today.
Nako, dito sa video na to, si Atty. Sheila Sison, hindi ho niya pinalampas yung ginawang kabastusan nitong si Atty. Virgil Ligutan. Isa ho sa mga private prosecutor na kung saan hindi na ho ata siya relevant ngayong mga panahon na to. Kaya gumagawa ho siya ng eksena sa social media. Hindi ho pinalampas yan ng lead counsel nitong si Vice President Sara Duterte. Pero bago yan, isang like at isang subscribe. Masaya na ho tayo dyan sa magsusubal sa ating community. Yung join button, andyan lang ho sa baba. Sa mga hindi pa ho nakakaalam, sa ika-15th day ng impeachment trial ni Vice President Sara Duterte dyan sa Senado, na po 400 million pesos na ho tayo. Palakpakan. Anong napatunayan? Wala. Mapahanggang sa ngayong mga panahon na to, fishing expedition pa rin ho sila dyan sa Senado. Rekta ho tayo. Dyan sa pagbalagbag nitong si Atty. Sheila Sison dito kay Virgil Ligutan, yung best friend nitong si Jude Asidre.
For Fajarda, Acosta, and Pareja, for only up to today, will we be issuing subpoenas for the 3 witnesses again for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, lead prosecutor?
We confirm, Your Honor. We just want to put on record that
Can you place on record the order?
Yes. We are moving for the reissuance of subpoena ad testificandum for the following trial dates, August 17, 18, and 19, to the same witnesses as follows. One is Ms. Marivic Pareja, the House of Representatives Legislative Information Bureau Director. Second is Ms. Gina F. Acosta, the former Special Disbursing Officer of the OVP, or Office of the Vice President. The third is Edward Fajarda, the former Special Disbursing Officer of the Department of Education. We understand, Your Honor, that the Honorable Impeachment Court already noted the respective addresses. However, please note that the subpoena for Edward D. Fajarda must be addressed to the Office of the Vice President as well.
Yes,
Likewise, Your
because
Honor,
he's already transferred to that office.
in line with our intention as well to maximize our time in presenting the prosecution's witnesses, we are likewise requesting for the issuance of subpoena ad testificandum to Lemuel G. Ortonio, Assistant Chief of Staff of the Office of the Vice President, with the same address at OVP Office, Your Honor, in Mandaluyong City.
So this is the fourth one.
Sorry, Your Honor.
This is the fourth one.
This is the fourth one, Your Honor. And we would like to put on record as well that the written manifestation with request for subpoenas ad testificandum has been furnished to the defense and has been filed with the Office of the Clerk of Court of the Honorable Impeachment Court.
And the chair would like to remind the lead counsel to kindly furnish the counsel for the respondent any requested stipulation for documents you may want to prior to the scheduled trial of on Monday. So hopefully within the day or tomorrow, so that they can already comment on it in open court on Monday.
We submit, Your Honor.
Your Honor,
Any other matter you want to take up, counsel for respondent?
Your Honor, good afternoon. I confirm receipt of the manifestation with the request for subpoenas ad testificandum for the 4 intended witnesses of the prosecution for next week. I would just like to inquire the order in which the prosecution intends to present these 4 witnesses, specifically who would be their witness on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, just for our guidance.
I believe it is in the order stated Pareja, followed by Acosta, followed by Fajarda, and then
Ortonio, Your
Ortonio.
Honor. We confirm, Your Honor.
In that order. So the subpoena for Artonio will be issued only on 18 and 19 for sure, because surely we cannot take him up on the 17th.
Thank you for the clarity, Your Honor. Second item is that we also would like to confirm that as of today, in response to the directive of the presiding officer, we have not yet received any request for any potential stipulations or any factual stipulations the prosecution intends to ask from the defense. However, the more important manifestation that I would like to make today, Your Honor, is in relation to a social media post
Yan.
that I happened to see. And this was posted at 11:29 a.m. by one of the private prosecutors, Attorney Amando Virgil Ligutan,
Nako.
posting that a principal or lawyers and law students know by heart misleading questions are not allowed even in cross-examination. Now, this was posted and picked up by Inquirer.net at 11:29 a.m. today. And I surmise that this has something to do with the exchange between the private prosecutor, Attorney Kapunan, and the defense counsel, Attorney Ferrer, on the matter
Naku, yun na.
of the cross-examination question that Attorney Ferrer asked the prosecution's witness. And I have here a transcript because I find it troubling that a private prosecutor would do this in the middle of a courtroom hearing. Because as far as I'm concerned, impeachment court is also a court of decorum. And the rules on impeachment under Rule 18 actually prohibits participants, especially lawyers, from commenting about the merits of the case. Now, one may argue that this isn't about the merits of the case, that he probably was just commenting about what ought or ought not to do in a cross-examination, but we're not naive. What the private prosecutor is talking about. He's here. He can explain it. He can explain himself if the presiding officer so desires. But I really just find it in bad taste to do this at this time. And I think it is inappropriate to do that to a fellow member of the bar, because even as we sit on the opposing side of this hall, we remain to be both members of the bar, and as officers of the court, we owe each other respect, politeness, or even kindness. And it doesn't take one to be a lawyer to know that the first thing that our parents teach us to do is humility.
Your Honor.
No, I'm not yet done, Your Honor.
Ipagtatanggol nitong si Kapunan, nitong si Ligutan. Oh, hindi pala si Kapunan, si Luis to.
In fact, I have asked one of our lawyers to review the actual transcript from the video that transpired between the prosecutor and Attorney Ferrer, and it would seem that in the heat of the exchange, or in the passionate exchange of the arguments between the prosecutor and Attorney Ferrer was not even actually referring to misleading questions as allowed, as implied in the social media post of Attorney Ligutan. In fact, it's here. The court can confirm this from a replay of the video. Attorney Ferrer, sinabi ho ba yan sa JC na dapat may mahuli? The witness answers, ang nakalagay po kasi sa JC under 4.8.2 ay proof of success. Attorney Ferrer, hindi. Sorry, Your Honor, please. Attorney Kapunan, let the witness answer, Your Honor. Mr. Presiding Officer, can the counsel be instructed not to stop the witness mid-sentence, Your Honor? Attorney Ferrer, Your Honor, please, can the witness be directed to just answer with yes or no? The counsel has her time to ask clarificatory questions later during redirect, Your Honor. And Attorney Kapunan, not all questions can be answered by yes or no. This is the meat of the contention of the argument between Attorney Kapunan and Attorney Ferrer. Attorney Ferrer responded, I am on cross, Your Honor, please. And the presiding officer said, counsels. Attorney Kapunan responded, never mind if you are on cross, Your Honor. There are limits to cross-examination. Misleading questions are not allowed on cross. This was the first time that the matter on misleading questions was actually raised by Attorney Kapunan. And Attorney Ferrer, for some reason, said they are allowed, but she was pertaining to the fact that the questions to which a yes or no answer may be answerable are allowed. She's not referring to misleading. I mean, for in effect, Attorney Ferrer was only saying that leading questions are allowed on cross-examination, not misleading questions, and yet we have a private prosecutor immediately taking to social media and posting this, implying something against the defense counsel. We will not have this.
Your Honor, in the interest of fair play, may I request that the counsel for the panel of prosecutors, Attorney Virgil Ligutan, be recognized, Your Honor.
Unfortunately, counsel, no, the presiding officer will not allow that at this time.
Aray
The
ko.
presiding officer takes in advisement the manifestation of the counsel,
Aray
the lead
ko, aray ko.
counsel for the respondent, because quite frankly,
Wala kang bitaw, Ligutan. Wala kang bitaw dito.
Honorable Luistro,
Wala kang bitaw.
I asked the clerk of court to monitor the public statements of the counsels of the parties this past week. And one side has been crossing the line many times. And in fact, the presiding officer is already in the process of drafting a ruling and a warning and an order pertaining to this. Because clearly, I can even name all of you who have been commenting on social media in violation of Rule 18 of the impeachment rules. But I will do that on Monday, perhaps, after taking advisement the manifestation of the counsel for respondent. It's not really so much being cordial or nice or kind, but it's a basic violation of Rule 18. I already talked to the parties 2 weeks ago, reminding you that you might want to consider appointing spokespersons who are not part of the panel of prosecutors nor a private prosecutor, but you insist on maintaining that.
Nako, yung mayat maya nagpapaano yan sa House of Representatives. Yung mayat maya meron silang press con. Pagkatapos ng hearing, nagpe-press con sila. Nako, sila yan.
So after 2 weeks, the court is constrained to make a decision and ruling on that. But we will do that on Monday with the permission of both counsels. Then we will hear you, counsel, and we will hear Attorney Ligutan prior to the court's ruling on the matter. But be advised that again, we have it all on tape. We have been monitoring everything. We may not enumerate it one by one, but we will make the corresponding ruling on Monday. Thank you for bringing that up, counsel. It gives me a reason to actually issue the ruling, which we have prepared and have been preparing the past few days. On Monday, Attorney Ligutan, we will hear you before we make the ruling. Thank you.
Ano ho yan? Hindi lang ho si Ligutan na may problema dyan. Yeah, si Ridon kasama yan. Alam ko, ano yan, public prosecutor yan. Si Ridon, Luistro, mga public prosecutor tsaka yung mga private prosecutor, wala ho silang pinagkaiba. Ang dumidistansya lang pagka merong interview talaga, yan si Attorney Michael Poa. Kaya maigi nang na napag-usapan na diyan sa diyan sa bahagi ng pagdinig na yan dahil ng trial na yan dahil sumusobra na ho yung prosecution sa totoo lang. Tuloy natin.
Ms. Eileen, you are under the same oath and will continue with your testimony. You are under cross-examination by the counsel for the respondent.
Yes po, Your Honor.
Nakakain na po kayo, ma'am?
Opo, Your Honor.
Hindi ko alam. Nangaasar ba tong si Cheese? Mukha bang gutom yang si Miss Eileen?
Thank you, ma'am.
Talagay na yan, gutom pa ba yan? Nakukutan lang ako sa kanya. Nakukutan lang ako. Sabi nila hindi daw masarap ang magkain sa diyan sa impeachment trial ni VP Sara, pero base dito sa witness na to, ewan ko lang
Attorney Christine, are you ready?
Attorney Christine, game. Litsunin
Yes,
na
Your
natin yan.
Honor.
You may proceed, ma'am, with the continuation of your cross-examination.
Your Honor, can I have a few manifestations, Your Honor, please?
A few minutes of?
Few manifestations lang po, Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am. You may do so.
Actually, Your Honor, we would like to ask this court to not allow side comments like, I was about to spank her, I was about to lecture her, kasi yung mga ganun ho, Your Honor. Wala ho yung lugar dito sa courtroom. Because
Nahuli na yan. Dapat kanina mo pa sinabi yan, Attorney Ver, no sinabi niyang spank. Pati ako medyo ako doon eh. Napakabastos nitong si Kapuna, nakala mo kung sino. Porque totoo naman may edad, respetado, kilala. Mga ano ba naman niya, artista, mga bigatin talaga mga kliyente niya. Kaya pagka umasta siya dyan sa impeachment trial court, kala mo kung sino.
we are all lawyers here, we are all professionals. Igalang naman ho natin yung kapwa natin na lawyer. Kung halimbawa, at kagaya nito, mas matanda ho sa akin si Attorney Kapunan. Maybe she has more years of experience. She has 48 years. I have 15. We should learn to respect each other and refrain from making side comments, Your Honor. And that was captured by the media po. So, that is our...
Ang hilig pa naman ng mainstream media. Yeah, pero yan, hindi nila ika-capture yan. Kung sakaling manghingi ng dispensa si Kapunan, ika-capture lang nila yung i-spank. Nangi-spank pa. Pambira talaga tong
request,
si
Your
Kapunan,
Honor,
oo.
to just, remind the council not to make those kinds of remarks. Thank you.
Attorney Kapunan already, although you are correct, it was already heard since we're on TV. Attorney Kapunan withdrew that statement earlier, if I remember correctly.
Yes, Your Honor. And in fact, I hope it was also part of the records that I promised to behave.
Thank you po.
Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you to both parties.
Professional.
So can you continue, Attorney Christine?
Yes, Your Honor.
Kindly do so, ma'am. You may proceed when you're ready. Ms. Eileen, kindly answer.
Gusto, ano ba kasi itong trip ni Kapunan na to? Ang dami pa niyang alam na side comment na i-spank kung ano-ano pang
The cross-examination questions of Attorney Christine.
Yes po, Your Honor.
So, okay. Hello, Celine.
Good afternoon po.
Okay, I hope you're fine. Okay, okay ka pa naman, no? So, let's go to the liquidation.
Grabe, napaka malumanay, tsaka makikita mo yung kababaang loob dito sa mga abogado ni VP Sara. Kahit alam na nila na talagang pinagplanuhan yung pag-upo na ni Eileen, pero yung respeto at walang kabastusan ba? Diba? Walang kabastusan. Mga taga-prosecution kasi sila lang magaling, especially ito itong pinsan ni Dilima, itong si Kapunan, di ba?
Of confidential funds. That is under section 6.2.3 of the JC.
Pwede pong
Yes, I will ask my counsel to give you a copy of the JC. Please.
Assisting counsel may approach. Assisting counsel for the prosecutors may likewise approach to view the document.
Kindly peruse the JC under 6.2.3.
Opo.
Okay. Under that provision, that provision enumerates the liquidation documents that should be submitted to the ICFAO, right?
Opo, tama
Okay.
po.
First is liquidation report, correct?
Opo.
Next, certified copy of the check and paid DV or disbursement voucher of the cash advance drawn for the CF being liquidated, signed and or approved by the head of office with certification by the agency accountant, stamped and printed on the DV. Is that correct?
Opo, tama po.
Okay. And number 3, documentary evidence of payments and certification from the HOA. And there is a format for that under Annex B of the JC, correct?
Opo, tama po.
Then physical and financial plan.
Opo.
Okay.
Tama po.
And then certified copy of accomplishment report and its proof of submission to the Office of the President, the Senate, President, and House Speaker. Is that correct?
Opo. Tama po.
Okay. And then copy of the transmittal letter of the DV and supporting documents pertaining to the cash advance being liquidated. Tapos yan ay may receiving copy ng COA audit team leader.
Opo. Tama po.
Okay. So, lahat naman ho yan, no, based sa inyong audit, na-submit ho yan ng Office of the Vice President for the fourth quarter of 2022 as well as the first to third quarters of 2023.
Opo.
Okay. Nasubmit din ho yan when it comes to the liquidation of confidential funds of the DepEd for the first to third quarter of 2023.
Opo. Tama.
Okay, thank you po. So, precisely nga, yun nga yung nag-come up ho kayo ng audit findings ninyo in the form of the notices of disallowance.
Opo. Doon na po ako pumasok sa notices of disallowance.
Okay, so, can we go back to the second ND? Ralph, can you please give a copy to the witness? That is dated March 1, 2026.
31.
31, Your Honor. I stand corrected. March 31, 2026. Okay, do you have that copy already? Let's go to paragraph 2. Celine. Paragraph 2, it says there, based on the results of our evaluation, with due consideration to subsequent information given under oath during the hearings of the Committee on Good Government and Public Accountability of the House of Representatives, the amount of 375 million is hereby disallowed in audit. Nakita niyo ba yan?
Opo. Tama po.
So, I'm just curious, Celine, isn't it that the audit of confidential expenses be based on the liquidation documents submitted by the agency?
Pwede din po kaming mag-rely sa available information po.
Mag-rely sa available information.
Yes po. And yung information po na ito is galing dun sa Committee on Good Government and Public Accountability.
Yes, I just cited that. I'll propound questions later. But nakalagay ho ba sa JC na pwede kayong mag-rely specifically no, dun sa committee hearing na ginawa ng CGGPA, no, Committee on Good Governance and Public Accountability?
Pwede po siyang pumasok dun sa 6.2.3.7 na other supporting documents or necessary for the audit. Dun po siya papasok.
Dun siya papasok.
Opo.
Sa other supporting documents.
Opo, kasi parang additional information po.
Okay. But isn't that a hearing? No, wala namang, ano ba yung documents na nanggagaling doon from... Anyway, I'll withdraw my question. Pero, naalala mo yung testify dito si Wamil? Si auditor, co-auditor Wamil? Naalala mo yun? The day before you testified.
Opo, nag-testify po siya. Pero ano pong...
Okay. I'm about to ask you a question. So, nung August 5, 2026, nag-testify si Attorney Wamil, and he was asked by the good Senator Erwin Tulfo, okay, and the good Senator said, no, nasa ano po yan journal, but I'm saying every agency na meron pong intel or confidential fund, do they have to undergo audit periodically or random lang? Dahil marami po tayong ahensya ng gobyerno na may intelligence confidential fund na hindi naman dapat. And Attorney Wamil said, ang audit po namin ay based dun sa liquidation documents na sinubmit po nila. So, would you agree with me that the TSNs that form part of the CGGPA hearings were not part of the liquidation documents that were submitted by the OVP?
Hindi po siya naging part ng submission, pero...
Okay lang. Okay, I have to, okay na yon, no? You can answer me with yes or no. no? So hindi ho part 'yon sa liquidation documents ng OVP.
Your Honor, this question is misleading. This witness never testified that it is part of the submissions or documents submitted by the OVP or DepEd by way of liquidation of confidential funds.
I
She
think
never
counsel is.
testified
I
that.
think counsel is quoting paragraph 2 of the notice of disqualification that they took into account. Based on the results of with due consideration, they took into consideration the Committee on Good Government and Public Accountability report. Witness may answer.
Yes. Thank you, Your Honor.
Pwede pong
Ho ba kayo na yung mga transcript of stenographic notes doon sa CGGPA hearing, Committee on Good Government and Public Accountability, hindi po kasama doon sa liquidation documents na sinubmit po ng OVP, Office of the Vice President?
hindi po kasama sa submission.
Okay, salamat po. Hindi din po kasama doon sa sinubmit na liquidation documents po ng DepEd.
Hindi din po.
Okay, thank you. Let's go back to the notice of disallowance, please. Okay, can we go to the opening statement? Yung we have audited the submitted liquidation reports. Nakita niyo ho yan?
Opo.
Okay, so that opening statement says we have audited the submitted liquidation reports and its
February
supporting documents
2020,
for the cash advances of confidential
February
fund of the
25,
OVP for the period
2023.
February 6 to
Based on this
30 of the calendar year 2023 as detailed below. I am reading it right?
Opo.
Okay. So, okay. Based dito, no? Dito nga, no? Yung audit ninyo are based lang dun sa submitted documents.
Opo. Based
Okay.
po dun sa submitted
Thank
documents.
you. Now, dun po tayo sa ND, no? May nakalagay, you can go over ho, no? May nakalagay ho ba na word yan na misuse of funds? Ground po ba yun ng disallowance? If you go over the ND?
Wala po dito yung word na misuse. Pero during...
I'll ask you later, no? If I have questions on that. Not... Okay, thank you. So wala ho doon, no? How about the word corruption? Mayroon ho ba?
Based po dito sa wordings ng ND, walang nakalagay
Wala.
po.
Okay. How about misappropriation? May nakalagay ho ba dyan?
Yung mismong word po na yun, wala rito. Pero, Mr. Asay,
Hindi ganyan. Yung pinagpraktisan nyo ng mga taga-prosecution, hindi pwede. Walang bitaw yan dyan.
Honor, please.
Yun lang ho yung
Hindi,
tanong ko.
Your
Kindly
Honor,
just answer the
sorry.
question, Ms.
Answer lang yung question. Gusto nyo, ano nyo na, witness nyo na, tapos defense yung magtatanong, gusto nyo, yung naratibo pang prosecution pa. Pagka oras nyo, gawin nyo lahat ng kabalbalan na gusto nyo. Diba? Wala namang kukontra dyan. Pero pagka panahon na ng defense, ay yung defense. Yung tanong, yun lang sagutin.
Celine said we can move forward faster. Kung ano na po yung tanong?
okay po. Thank you.
Opposing counsel will have her chance at redirect.
Okay. So, dun tayo sa acknowledgement receipts, no? Earlier, testified that you reviewed the acknowledgement receipts, okay, which form part of the liquidation documents ng OVP at saka ng DepEd.
Opo, tama.
In fact, nag-come up kayo nung summary.
Yes po, during my evaluation, tinabulate ko po yung acknowledgement receipts.
Okay, and you have reviewed 1,823 ARs for the OVP. Tama ba yung number na yon?
Ang pagkakatanda ko po is hindi ko makakuha yung total pero,
Pero more or less,
519 sa first, 530 and 774 sa third quarter.
The court will confirm 1,823 as manifested by the counsel for the panel of prosecutors.
Okay, and for the DepEd, it's 1,824.
Opo, tama po.
Okay, for a total of 3,647 ARs.
Yes po, for the for the 2023 po ng both
Yes,
OBP and DepEd.
That is I'm about to ask that, no? That pertains to the first 3 quarters of those 2 agencies. Correct?
Opo, tama po.
Now, of course, in identifying the ARs kahapon, no, you provided schedules.
Yung tabulation
Okay.
ko po.
We will be showing the schedules, Your Honor, to the witness.
When you say schedule, counsel, you mean
the
dates?
the summaries, Your Honor, that they provided to us yesterday.
With the dates.
They're not schedules, Your
Or
Honor.
summaries. I stand corrected.
They're
Tables and summaries.
tabulations, Your Honor.
Yes,
Yeah.
There are
tables and
two,
summaries.
just to clarify, Honorable
Yes,
Presiding
Attorney
Judge.
Kapunan.
The documents presented by this witness are of 2 natures. One is a tabulation, which is marked, and the other is a summary. The summary of the tabulation, Your Honor.
Marked as
Separately
-1.
marked, Your Honor. -1, -2, -1, Your Honor. So what is counsel referring to? The summary, the tabulation? or
I
the
will be
tabulation?
confronting the witness, Attorney
tabulation,
Kapunan.
I guess.
Yes.
Proceed, counsel.
Thank you, Your Honor. So, you have identified this in open court, this summary and tabulations. Okay, for the first quarter, that's February 1 to March 30, 2023. Okay. Can you peruse this? This was marked as Exhibit P-1-33 of the prosecution.
So that's the tabulation for the first quarter.
Is that the tabulation that you made for the first quarter of 2023?
Opo, ito po yung tabulation for the first quarter of 2023 ng DepEd.
Okay, thank you. So, in this tabulation, you provided the date, the document, the particulars, and the amount.
Opo, tama po.
But you did not provide the place of payment.
Wala pong, ang nilagay ko lang po hanggang dyan.
Hanggang dito lang.
Opo.
Okay. Importante ba yung place of payment sa findings ng COA ICFAO?
Hindi po namin isinama yun sa findings po namin.
Okay, hindi na nyo yung sinama sa findings ninyo such that kung may disbursements on the same date and they occurred in different places, hindi na covered yun ng findings ng COA ICFAO.
Because we presume regularity po dahil dun sa certification na
Talagang yung practice Kitang-kita Kasi ano yan nung nung nagtatrapa-practice sila mag-trial sa prosecution. Yung iba dyan magiging depensate. Ito, defense ikaw, prosecution ka. Ikaw cross-examine mo to. Ganyan na ganyan. Pinagandaan niya. Kaya nakasmile siya itong tanong. Ito na-practice namin to. Ganun
certification under oath ng SDO that it was for confidential operations at it is necessary and for legal purposes.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I'm showing you another set of, do you call this summary or schedule?
Table.
Tabulation.
Okay, tabulation. This was marked as your Exhibit P-1-32.
Opo, tama po.
This tabulation pertains to, you're the one who...
This is kwan po, for OBP for the third quarter of 2023 po.
Okay. Hindi rin nakalagay yung lugar na place of payment in each of the tabulations that you made.
Yung mga acknowledgement receipts po kasi sa OBP, walang nakalagay na address.
Hindi, I'm asking you,
Ask and answer, Your Honor.
hindi, I'm asking her, Your Honor.
That's the
I'm
answer.
confirming.
Bastos talaga tong bata na to.
na wala ditong nakalagay na place of payment.
Opo, wala po. Wala po
Okay,
sa
walang nakalagay.
OVP.
Okay, thank you. And, sorry, I'll go back to this document, no? Wala din siyang perma at pangalan mo.
Kasi po, working paper ko lang po. yun.
Working paper mo to. Okay? Wala din siyang title, heading.
Opo, hindi na po nailagay dito
Hindi
sa
na
part na to.
nailagay. Hindi ka nalilito.
Kasi po yung dates po is pertaining to the
Okay.
third quarter.
Alright. Wala ding perma. No? Kasi nga, working paper mo.
Ask and answered, Your Honor.
Asked and
These are
answered.
working
Your
papers, no signature needed.
Asked and answered. Move on, counsel.
Your Honor, please, the lawyer is counsel
Ask and answered.
is answering for the witness. I was asking for the signature.
Your Honor, please.
Attorney Lorna, it's okay. Asked and answered, counsel. Move on. She already answered that it's her working
Okay.
paper and therefore
I'll
did
move
not sign
on.
it.
Yes, Your Honor. Of course, eto rin, no? This one is schedule P-1-34. Kasi hindi ko ma-identify kung anong schedule ho yan. Sabi
Again,
ko.
Your Honor.
Yung
it
may
is a summary.
mga nakalagay po na counterinsurgency, abuse protection, abuse prevention and control within schools, anti-illegal
Attorney Kapunan, nag-practice naman kayo. Huwag ka masyadong nervyusin diyan sa ano nyo, diyan sa...
operations at anti-extremism. It's for the Department of Education.
Okay. Pero, okay, of course, it did not say the Department of Education.
Opo, pero yun po yung
Okay, yun. Okay.
pinapertain niya.
Sige. And then, etong P-1-35, ano ho ito? Kasi nakalagay ho, counter-insurgency programs, July 12 to September 30, 2023.
Ito po is for the Department of Education for the third quarter po ng 2023.
Okay, so, hindi nakalagay yung Department of Education
Opo.
dito. Okay. Kasi nga working paper mo lang.
Opo.
Okay. Ito namang sa OVP, April 25 to June 30, 2023, date of receipt of check April 24, 2023. Now, by reading it, I don't seem to understand what this means. No, so, ano ho to?
Ito po yung summary nung tabulation ko ng Office of the Vice President Acknowledgement Receipt for the period April 25 to June 30, 2023. Dito po kasi kaya ito naka-open and close parenthesis na date of check April 24 kasi ito po yung pagbebasean ko kasi yung sa circular po bawal ang reimbursement. So, guide ko po siya.
Okay, sige, thank you. So anyway, you made the caption this way kasi nga working paper mo lang. Ikaw, naiintindihan mo naman siya.
Opo, tama po.
Okay, no? Wala ding lugar yung place of payment na nilagay mo dito.
Opo, wala din po dyan. Tsaka wala rin pong nakalagay sa mismong acknowledgement.
Hindi, ang dami nito, no? So, I'm asking, etong mismong sa schedule na to, walang nakalagay na lugar.
Your Honor, please, if I may.
Yes, counsel.
Your Honor, please, I think this witness already answered and was stopped mid-sentence. She said, walang nakalagay na lugar kasi wala naman nakalagay na lugar sa dokumentong sinabmit ng...
Only for that particular one, counsel.
Yes, Your
Not
Honor.
for all. But I think I saw the documents, counsel. All of the tabulations of the witness, Eileen, for all the quarters in 2023 for both DepEd and OVP does not contain either names nor places in the acknowledgement receipt. Correct, Ma'am
Yes.
Celine?
Opo, wala pong nakalagay dun sa mismong
It only
tabulation ko.
contains the date, the activity, and the amount.
Yes po, saka yung kung ano yung document, acknowledgement receipt.
Yes, kung the nature of the document. But
Opo.
again, no name, whether it's an alias or a real name, and no address.
Opo, tama po.
Okay.
I'll continue, Your Honor, at the podium. So, okay, I'll continue my questions with my questions. Now, the ICFAO confines its audit on the face of the acknowledgement receipts, correct?
Yes po.
Okay. Whether, that is to determine whether the AR support the disbursements under audit. Tama
Yes po, ang chinecheck po namin is yung acknowledgement receipt, sinusuportahan ba niya yung activities sa accomplishment report?
Okay. Okay. In fact, no, si Attorney Wamil, if you know, he confirmed on August 3, 2026 hearing that the ICFAO does not verify the identities of the payees reflected in the ARs. Are you aware of that?
We base po on the face of the document po.
Okay. Okay. In fact, no, when he was asked by the good Senator Erwin Tulfo on August 5, okay, about aliases, this is what he said, Attorney Wamil. This can be found in the journal. So, Senator Erwin Tulfo, so if this is not allowed or prohibited, I mean, bakit nang i-audit po ninyo ang Confidential Intelligence Fund po na OVP? Hindi nyo hiningi ang tunay na pagkakakilanlan ni Piatos, McDonald's, Mickey Mouse at iba pa? At ang sagot po ni Attorney Wamil, ang katulad nga po nung sinabi ko sa aking previous testimony, ang focus po ng audit namin ay compliance audit. So kung ano po yung provision ng circular, yun lang po yung ginagawa naming basis ng audit.
Yes
You
po.
confirm that? Okay.
Is there a question here?
It was
Is there a
asked and the
question?
witness answered, counsel. Proceed, Attorney Christie.
Asked and answered already. Thank you. So, your audit is based on the provisions of the JC.
Asked
And-
and answered, Your Honor.
Okay. Compliance with the provisions of the JC. Correct?
Likewise, asked and
Asked
answered,
and
Your
answered,
Honor.
counsel.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so as correctly said by Mr. Wamil, okay, the JC does not mandate that you conduct the identities of the payees reflected in the AR. Do you confirm that?
Pwede pong pakiulit.
Okay, gaya ng sinabi ni Attorney Wamil, no, you do not conduct a verification of the identities of the payees reflected in the AR.
Opo, hindi po.
Okay. Kasi po, kung gagawin nyo yan, no, you will be compelled to go out there and no, search for the 3,647 payees reflected in the ARs, correct?
Can I clarify po kung naging statement din po yun ni
Okay.
Mr.
Kasi kung i-require ho kayo ng, tapos na, nasagot mo na yung statement kanina. Kaya ang next question, kasi ho, kung i-require ho kayo ng JC na isa-isa hong titingnan or i-verify yung identities ng mga payees, recipients po ng AR, no? Lalabas ho kayo doon, you will search for the 3,647 payees reflected in the AR.
Your Honor, please.
Diba?
Yes, counsel.
Objection, this is speculative.
If the witness knows, Sailin, bakit hindi nyo inaalam kung sino yung mga totoong pagkakakilanlan ng mga tao nakalagay sa AR?
Wala sa
Because po, what we do is compliance audit po. We base our audit sa documents lang po.
Okay, I will
Okay.
follow on that, Your Honor. Precisely, you did not verify the identities of the 3,600 payees that were reflected in the ARs that you audited.
Asked and answered, Your Honor.
Hindi pa po, Your Honor. Hindi pa po.
Actually, counsel asked and answered. She said earlier that
Based on documents, Your Honor.
they presume the regularity I think that was the answer to that question. They presume the regularity of the documents submitted to them.
Okay, I will accept that, Your Honor. I was actually just adding the number of pays, Your Honor. Yes.
Please proceed, Counsel.
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. So, punta ko tayo ulit sa JC. May format ho ba yung JC kung ano dapat yung acknowledgement receipts?
Ang nakalagay lang po sa joint circular is documents evidencing payments.
No. Ito po yung tanong ko, no? May format po ba yung joint circular kung ano dapat yung itsura po ng acknowledgement receipts?
Wala pong format yung acknowledgement receipts sa joint circular.
Okay, thank you. So therefore, no, kasi wala hong format yung joint circular, pwede hong gumawa, may discretion ho yung agency kung ano po dapat yung nakalagay doon sa acknowledgement receipt nila.
Yung basta po makita namin sa dokumento yung proof of
Hindi ka na
payment
naman-
dun sa recipients.
Di ka na naman sumasagot sa tanong. Di ba walang format? O so pwedeng gumawa yung mga agency dahil wala namang format.
Po. Yun po yung ichine-check namin.
Okay, thank you. Let's go.
Buti na lang, mabait itong si Atty. Ferrer. Pinagtitripan itong si Atty. Ferrer ng mga pinklawan ngayon. Kala mo naman kagaganda ng mga pinklawan, di ba? Buti pa to si Atty. Ferrer. Hindi ko naman hindi sinasabing pangit siya, pero ang sinasabi ko dito, yung puso niya ay nasa tamang lugar. Di ba? Saka hindi okay na hindi ka kagandahan, basta wag ka lang magnanakaw. Di ba, Atty. Ferrer? Maganda naman si Atty. Ferrer. Kumbaga, kinukuhanan lang siya, inaangguluhan lang siya ng cameraman dyan. Ako, pagka nakita ko cameraman dyan, nako, yayariin ko yan.
Go to the names that were in the ARs.
Masyadong
So,
kala mo namang
sabi ho
gaganda.
ni Attorney Wamil noong August 5, 2026 hearing, sabi ho niya, the use of aliases is neither allowed nor prohibited in the ARs. Now, the
Yeah.
use of aliases in the ARs. Are you aware of that?
Kasi po silent po ang joint circular sa alias po.
Okay, thank you. In fact, no, kung nakinig ka ho or nakita mo ho sa TV, sinabi ho ng ating good Senator Bam Aquino, nung August 5, sabi ho niya, okay, dito naman sa tumanggap, allowed ba yung code names? Allowed ba yung alias sa inyo? Ang sabi ho ni Attorney Wamil, based on the provision, it is neither allowed nor prohibited since silent po yung joint circular.
Opo, silent po ang joint circular.
Okay. Now, do you
Si Luis to lang maingay.
confirm that the JC does not have a provision
Saka si PH update.
on names or aliases?
Ask and answer, Your Honor.
Ask and
Your
answer,
Honor.
Your Honor.
Or,
Your Honor, please, excuse me.
Yes, Counsel. Attorney
Naku,
Cabral.
Galit na
Precisely, this witness asked if aliases are allowed. She said it is neither allowed nor disallowed. So it is silent, Your Honor. Now she's asking the same question in another fashion.
I'll let it go this time for emphasis, Counsel, but move on to your next point after that, Attorney Christine.
yes, Your Honor. Do you confirm that the JC does not have provision on names or aliases? Kasi yung kanina silent ho yung sinabi. No, so walang provision on names or aliases.
Wala pong nakalagay sa joint circular as to the alias po.
Okay. So, and this is precisely why the ICFA has no findings on the alleged use of names or aliases.
Opo, ang mahalaga po kasi is naibigay talaga ito sa totoong tao na for allowable confidential expenses.
Ang tanong ko ho, wala hong findings si ICFA on the names, on the use of fictitious names or aliases. Nasa notices of disallowance po ba yun?
Wala pong nakalagay sa
Wala.
notice of disallowance.
Okay. So, I am showing you the first ND. That's the August 2024 notice of disallowance. Just a run through, Your Honor. Okay. May hawak na po kayo ngayon.
Opo.
Okay, nakikita niyo ba ho yung name dyan na Mary Grace Piatos?
Wala po.
How about Renan Piatos?
Wala din po.
Andy C. Lim?
Nagutom ako ah.
Wala po.
Patty Ting?
Pati
Wala po.
Okay, thank you. Now, let's go to the second notice of disallowance. Kindly flash that. That's dated March 31, 2026. Okay, during your direct examination, the good counsel flashed on the
kalma ka lang. Ito naman si kalma ka lang. What's the point? What's the point? Huwag masyadong mainit ang ulo mo, ha? Mainit ang
screen
ulo.
sample ARs showing the following names. Does she have a copy of the second ND? Now, I will ask you if the following names are in the second notice of disallowance. That's dated March 31, 2026. Pia Piatos Lim. Meron ba dyan?
Wala po.
Ralph Josh Bacon.
Wala din po.
Ann Ong Pao ko.
Aray ko.
Wala po.
Diane Maple Lapid.
Wala din po.
Miggy Mayo.
Wala po.
Kokoy Villamin.
Wala po.
Denise Tanya Escudero.
Wala po sa notice of disallowance.
Christine Applegate Estrada.
Wala din po.
Okay. Okay, so wala ho kayong findings doon. Gaya ng sinabi niyo kanina. Okay. So, may tanong ho ako sa inyo, no? Kung yung pangalan ho ba, okay. If the name appears to be funny, does that automatically mean that the name is fictitious? Kasi nga, may mga flash po na ARs dito.
Your Honor, please, the question is misleading.
Paano mo naging misleading? Tinatanong lang naman pagka fictitious ba, automatic ganun na.
The point of flashing these
Napagod si si Lola.
acknowledgement
Napagod si
receipts were
Lola.
not the names. The names were incidental, that the names were funny or fruit salady or names of congressmen or senators, Your Honor, is immaterial. They were flashed because of the manner by which the funds were used.
Your
For
Honor.
medicines, Your Honor.
Counsel explaining
Attorney
again.
Gabonan, you have to admit you had fun. You had fun with the names
We had
too
so
when
much
you were
fun,
using
Your
it.
Honor, but the
Exactly. So
That's
let her cross the witness based on those and
Please, Attorney
utilize it
Capuna.
as well.
Yeah. Oh, so ayun po, no, kung nakakatawa ho ba yung pangalan, automatic fictitious na yon.
Your Honor, again,
Yes,
fictitious.
Yan ang problema eh.
Counsel.
Just for the record, fictitious is her own conclusion. We have made no such conclusion as regards to the name, except perhaps that they are funny.
Your Honor,
Well, counsel, actually, that's not entirely accurate because in the complaint, you did allude to the fact that some of the names are fictitious based on the PSA documents that you attached as an annex to the complaint, although you're not yet there. You haven't gotten there yet. Please continue, Attorney Christine.
yes.
Attorney Gabunan, give her share of fun with the names. I mean,
May I be allowed, Your Honor, to sit down while she's having fun?
yes,
here?
yes, Attorney Gabunan, you may do
Nangahawit si Lola.
so. Attorney Christine, please proceed.
Okay, I will continue my question, Your Honor. No? If a name appears to be funny, does it mean it's fictitious?
Hindi ko po siya masasagot kasi
Hindi mo siya masasagot, meaning,
wala po namang yung sa name po kasi hindi ko masasagot kung
totoo o hindi.
opo,
Okay.
tama.
So, in short, hindi mo masasabi na porket nakakatawa yung pangalan, peke na yon. Yun ba yung sinasabi ninyo?
Parang hindi po ako makakasagot dun sa tanong na ganun.
Okay, basta walang findings na ganun, no?
To clarify, let me help you a bit, Attorney Christine. Wala kayong binanggit tungkol sa mga pangalang nakakatuwa o nakakatawa sa dalawang notice of disallowance, Eileen. Wala, di ba?
Wala po.
Wala rin sa anumang AOM binanggit yon, di ba?
Wala din po.
Kahit yung mga lugar kung saan binayaran, wala kayong binanggit sa AOM o sa notice of disallowance man.
Opo, wala po.
Okay, thank you. Please proceed,
Yes.
Attorney Christine.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor. So, now let's go to the CGGPA hearings. Okay.
Ayun na nga mga kababayan, kung gusto yung ituloy yan, nasa ano tayo, 1 minute, nasa ano na ho, 1:40 p.m. Meron kasing oras yan doon sa taas. Dito. Diyan. Merong oras. Nasa ano na ho tayo? 1:40 p.m. Para kung gusto nyong puntahan ang bahagi na yan na kung saan talagang sasanan siya din itong si Atty. Ferrer, ang witness itong si Lola Kapunan, mapapanood nyo ho ng buo. So Luis, maraming salamat po sa pag-support sa page of Mag-ingat po kayo lahat ng natin Pilipinas.